In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make my version of fettuccine Alfredo, and I'm going to be using that on my homemade pasta that I made. This video is essentially a part 2 of when I made pasta from scratch for the first time using the entree attachment, and that was attached to my KitchenAid. Although there were a few blunders in that video because it was my first time, I have to call it a win. I love the entree attachment, so if you haven't seen that video yet, I just gave it away. I will continue making my pasta from scratch moving forward now that I know how to do it. Well, kind of. I know I'll get better in time, just like with my bread making. But this video that you're about to watch is from the same day that I made my pasta from scratch, and I did all the review, but I decided to break it up into 2 different videos because it was getting kind of long due to me showing you the unboxing of the entree attachment for my KitchenAid, and I did a demonstration of it, putting it and piecing it together, making the pasta and cleaning it up. I show you a recipe for the dough that I made, and of course I gave you my review and my opinion of what I thought about the entree attachment. So before we get started in this video today, I want to show you a little bit of a snapshot from that video just as a reminder. And if you would like to watch the full version of that video, I'll be sure to link that in the description box below. Then I'll go ahead and get started into today's video of me making my version of homemade fettuccine Alfredo with my pasta that I made from scratch. Okay, without further ado, let's get started.
It is a 3-in-1 pasta roller and cutter attachment, eggs, water, salt, and some olive oil here. First, I'm going to keep those walls built up because I don't want my liquid to overflow. So I'm just going to pour that right in the center. So I'm just going to slowly mix this flour, watching on how to make pasta. So I'm going to continue kneading this dough and I'll be right back. I'm not going to lie, that was a little bit of work. It felt like it was more work than my kneading of dough for bread. This is the 4. It's just lightly coated flour because I do not want this getting stuck in here. Oh my goodness, look at this! Can you see this? This is awesome. I will be back to do a taste test, but I'm going to let this set out and dry for a couple of hours. I'll be back shortly to do the taste test. So I'm getting my pot of water boiling. I added a couple of good size pinches of salt in there. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil, and when it comes to rolling boil, I will go ahead and add the pasta. I did let the pasta sit overnight in the fridge, so we'll see how that tastes. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a topper on the pasta when it's done. I have some leftover pancetta, which is an Italian bacon. Todd had made a dish a couple of days ago using the pancetta, and this is what was left. So we're going to go ahead and cook that down to where it's going to look like little pieces of bacon. Okay, so I pulled this out of the refrigerator and I am just going to kind of separate it out. It looks like it's kind of clumpy, but I will separate this out before adding it to the boiling water. Okay, we got boiling water going, and we're just going to take handfuls and dump it in. So the fresh pasta does not take long to cook at all. It should only take maybe 3 to 5 minutes, but we'll do a taste test just to make sure that it's not too al dente. And if you notice, the pasta's kind of sunk to the bottom. I'm going to just take my spoon and stir that so it doesn't stick together through the cooking process. I also read that when the pasta floats to the top, that it should be done as well. I made sure I put my timer on. I just started it at 3 minutes. and I'll be checking it periodically. And this pancetta smells absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. I was thinking about adding some pancetta and a little bit of butter on top of the pasta and see how that tastes. Just keeping it basic for the first time, since this is the first time I've made the pasta. So I want to see what it tastes like. Now, it's probably going to taste a little off because if you remembered earlier on in the video where I broke my well and the egg mixture kind of went everywhere, I know I lost a little bit of egg. Even if this one doesn't turn out super good, I'm still going to give it another shot using the correct ingredients and mixing it in a bowl. I don't want to risk losing my ingredients moving forward. Okay, so my timer went off. I am just going to taste one. Okay. Okay, so it might be a little bit al dente. I'll let it cook for another minute or so, and then I will call it done. Oh, that's good. So I'm just going to take my tongs and just pull them out of the water. I think I'm just going to plate it like this. I'm going to go rogue with this. I am going to go ahead and I took all the bacon out. I put it on a paper towel to try to absorb some of the grease. I left, it looks like probably about 2-3 tablespoons of grease left in here. And I'm just going to add about equal parts of the flour. I have some heavy whipping cream and some milk in my fridge that I have to use up because it's going to go bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stirred in. Actually, I think I'm going to add some of my trifecta seasoning. Salt, pepper, garlic. Just kind of sprinkle that in there. That was probably equivalent to a good tablespoon. Hopefully that wasn't too much salt. Although it is salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm going to cook that in about a minute before I start adding my liquid. Okay, you know that pasta water that I cooked that pasta in? I'm going to put a scoop in there. Let's get that stirred in. I'll probably put a couple scoops in there before I add the heavy whipping cream. Now I'm going to add what's left of this milk. And a little bit of the whipping cream. We'll get that stirred together, see how it tastes, and then I'll be adding the Italian bacon back into here. So the Italian deli that we got, he also bought some, it's called Parmesan or Romano cheese, so I guess it's whatever they want to fill in this. Normally I buy full blocks of cheese and then I shred it myself, but Todd did the shopping recently for the meal that he cooked us, and I'm gonna now, so we don't have any left over, I'm gonna make good use of this. I'm gonna pop that in there, melt it down, and then add the meat. Okay. Moment of truth. Super good. I will definitely continue to make pasta, and I will probably always make pasta moving forward. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Until next time.